Morning, welcome to the show. Now, who is this man next to me? No, it's not Rick Ross. Rick ain't never dressed as, well, you know, Rick Ross dresses okay sometimes.
Yeah,
he's had some violations.
He's trying.
Now, this is the world famous Brian Collins, fashion designer, fly dude.
Oh, man.
Mac Daddy. No.
No, not.
Now, Brian, I actually on my Facebook page put out there, you know, give me some names of some designers, you know, some big men fashion. And they were like, yo, you know, your name came popping up, man, and not just big men's fashion, just as a designer of men's fashions. And then I saw you, the picture of you dressing my girl Tia's son for some event.
Prom, yeah.
And what I noticed when I went to your page, man, was I love how you use color.
Right.
On him, I think you used orchid or purple or something.
Purple and blue and green and
yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also I saw a picture of your grandfather who was clean.
That's where it started,
I said, let me call Brian, because this dude, if grandpa clean, then he instilled in you that whole thing.
Right. You know, and I actually didn't know my grandfather that well. He died when I was young. But the pictures I saw, he was a tailor also. I didn't even know it until I got older.
Wow.
He was a tailor. He was a cook. He played the organ at church. Well-versed young guy. But
just like you, Brian. So how did you get into the design and the clothing deal?
You know, in the late 80s, at my church, bow ties were a big thing. Mm-hmm. So my parents wasn't going out and buying $75 bow ties from Nordstrom's. That's the only place we knew to get them. I cut an old necktie up, took my dad's bow tie, traced with some soap, and sewed it and pinned it and wore it to church, and that's where it started. That's where it started.
So it was in the blood.
It's in the blood. It's my aunt sews, my grandfather sews, my mom sews, you know. And
that's the best thing. When you're a big guy and you sew, people leave you alone. They don't really, you don't have to go through the same.
Yeah, it's very unexpected. It's very unexpected.
People don't have, are you sure? Big guys can wear pink and people just be like, all right, go ahead, wear it.
Right.
You know. So you went from just sewing like that, then how did you get into, I mean, you did this, you get into structures and stuff. That's pretty complex, man.
Well, after the bow ties, I said, you know, this is kind of easy. So I went to the store, I got a shirt pattern and some shirt material. And I made the shirt, never put sleeves on it, never put a collar on it. I was like, man, I could do this. And from then on, everything is a blur. You know, I went to the thrift store and bought an old suit, took it apart, laid the steps out, and then went backwards. And that's how I learned these structured suits.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So now, what's your main clientele?
Our main clientele is, I was on Charles Street for like 4 years, so that was like a business clientele.
Okay.
It's about 50-50 business and the party scene. Mm-hmm. You know, because a lot of dudes, you know, everybody's wearing blazers and shirts and trying to dress it up now. So that's a big part of my business right now.
Are you amazed at the power of Jay-Z?
No.
When he dropped when he dropped the jersey and said put a button up on, you saw cats wearing ascots.
Thank you, Jay-Z. That was no sleepless nights for about 3 months then.
Really, just rolling.
I was rolling. I was on Charles Street that time. And it was crazy because everybody wanted button-ups. I loved it. Well, I could do a button-up shirt with my eyes closed.
Well, coming up, we're going to, now, Brian, you know, as big men, people don't know the trials and tribulations that we have trying to find good clothes.
Right.
Also, some of our brethren are not repping properly.
No, not at all.
Coming up, we got the do's and don'ts of big men fashion.
Right.
And actually some advice, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's coming up. Brian Collins is right here on the Marc Clarke Show. We got more coming up.